Now we study the ideal solution and non-ideal solution. Ideal solutions and non-ideal solutions. The solutions can be defined, can be classified into the ideal and non-ideal solutions on the basis of Raoult's law. On the basis of Raoult's law. Raoult's law, but this is applicable for the liquid in liquid solutions. Only liquid in liquid solutions. Remember this. Now we study these ideal and non-ideal solutions on the basis of Raoult's law one by one. First, that is the ideal solution. Ideal solutions. Ideal solutions are those actually which obey the Raoult's law. But beside this condition, there are more other conditions also for the ideal solutions. The ideal solutions are those solutions which have the following conditions. Number one, first condition, that is well-known condition, that is the obey Raoult's law. Obey Raoult's law. The solutions which obey Raoult's law are the ideal solutions over the entire range of concentration. Second, that is the enthalpy of mixing. Enthalpy of mixing, that is delta H mix of pure components to the form to form the solution is zero. It means when there are the two beakers, one has the solvent, and in another there is a solute that is liquid in liquid. When it is mixed into this one or this into this one, then there is no evolution of heat or adsorption of heat occurs in during this process. It means the delta H remains zero. There is no change. There is no evolution of heat or adsorbing the heat by the reaction on mixing. Second and third condition, that is the volume of mixing is also zero. Volume of mixing is also zero. It means the delta V on mixing must be zero. Means those solutions is the 50 ml if it has a 50 ml of solute in it, and in this there is a solvent 50 ml of solvent in this. When we add this into this one, then the total volumes must become equal to 100 ml. Must become equal to 100 ml. There is no increase in the total volume or decrease in the total volume. This is the delta, hence the delta V of mixing, that is zero. There is neither increase nor a decrease in the volume of solution. Such solutions are called ideal solutions. And the most important point, that is the condition for ideal solutions, that the intermolecular attractive forces between A and A, these are the solute and solute, means that solute and solute, and B, that is the means solvent and solvent, are nearly equal to those between the A, B, any solute and solvent interaction. This is very important. It means A, it means A interaction, solute interaction, or A B B B interaction is always equal to the A B interaction. It means the solute and solvent interaction in the solution. So the such solutions are also called the ideal solutions. There are a few examples of ideal solutions. First, that is a solution of normal n-hexane and n-heptane. Second example, that is the solution of normal bromoethane and chloroethane. And the next example, that is the solution of benzene and toluene. Remember all these solutions because these are ideal solutions, and these are few examples only. And in this, the point that should be noted, a perfect ideal solution is rare, but some solutions are nearly ideal in behavior. These are nearly ideal in behavior, not perfect ideal solutions. Perfect ideal solutions are very rare. And we will discuss the non-ideal solutions in the next video. Okay, thank you.